Cybernation Uncensored.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Let me know if you can hear me or not. I think we're good. Uh, Hopefully, we're not appeasing the mute gods as I speak. But welcome to The Last of Us 2D20, the game that is based on Fallout 2D20's system, but is using but is actually reskinned to The Last of Us. So. Uh, I'm really excited for today's episode. I know that some big stuff happened last time, and we'll be able to pick up right where we left off, and all will be well. Hopefully, nobody will die today. We'll see. Uh, yeah, good times. But let's introduce the cast. Thanks for joining us today, cast. Thanks for joining us, audience, as well. Starting with Vampire Bites, tell us about yourself. Awesome. Yeah, I find that Discord seems to be taking over as far as, social media and so on. I Most of my friends are like just shifting all of their attention over to Discord, and yeah, maybe I'll do the same. Who knows? I'm on a few servers. Yeah. Riley, tell us about yourself. Young blood and a crack shot. All right, guns. All right, Alex.
What we're about to be doing right now, as the in my role as Elias Carpenter, the grouchy guy with the last good boy in the world. Um, you can also find me first Friday of every month, usually, unless con schedules switch things up so we can cover the cons. But usually the first Friday of every month, I am one of the hosts on Talk Nerdy to Me, where we cover tabletop and geek news and tech stuff. And then hopefully soon, we will be returning to our team plug and play on Saturdays. So summer has been a wild ride for the entire crew there, and we're hoping for things to settle so we can get back into Rolling Bones and Cyborg and other assorted systems.
I haven't tried Cyborg, but it sounds like it's pretty intense.
It's wacky. It's so if whew, that's the best. It's wacky with a capital W and it's all in italics. It's great. I love it.
I'm gonna have to try it sometime, like a one shot or something.
Hmm.
Okay, Rainy.
Hello, everybody. I am Rainy. I am also here for The Last of Us 2D20 on every first and third Monday. Um, if you want to find me on the internet, I know everything here still says Troy, who's another member of my other gaming groups, DMs After Dark. If you want to check them out on Fridays, they play RuneQuest, and I do solo RPGs as a podcast. So look up DMs After Dark. You can hear me playing with myself on the internet, and otherwise, you can see me here.
Phrasing, folks.
All right, but that
No,
that is the name of the series. I made the joke, and they were like, "You're sticking to it," so it's on the internet as that.
Hmm.
it,
No,
perfect.
no
All
takesy
right.
backsies.
Internet remembers. Yeah. Okay, and I am Brandon Perkins, also known as DM underscore Brando. That's what you find me in various social networks as DM underscore Brando, including Discord, since we're talking about Discord. And speaking of Discord, the Cybernation Uncensored Discord is awesome. So if you haven't already joined it, definitely do. I think most of the people that are watching currently are already members, but if you're watching this later on YouTube or something, definitely sign up, check it out. Great group of people, really good community. So highly recommended. You can find me here, as everybody else has said, the first and third Monday of every month. Um, Doing The Last of Us 2D20. But every Thursday, I also do Cyberpunk Red with GM Rob Mulligan on Sirenscape's channel. Is a really good time. It's coming to a wrap up, so to speak, and I'm really excited to see how that's going to go and how it's all going to wrap up. I've already started rolling up a new character for a new campaign, so I can't. I want to tell you everything about him, but I can't. So you're
You're
gonna
keeping
have
the
to wait and
hat,
see.
right?
The hat, I don't know actually. I don't think it'll fit with this guy. I may end up having to wear a wig or something though. So
All right.
we'll see.
I'll miss Rush. Damn.
Yeah, well, I think he'll be coming back occasionally. Uh,
Good.
yeah, because he's gonna be running the cafe if he doesn't die. So, uh, yeah, help running that 24-hour cafe. So, uh, yeah, without any further ado, let's jump right back into the game, where our team had skulked around a little bit, did some really awesome upgrades to some of their weaponry, given that they found a tool bench, um, and did some crafting, did a little searching and looking around, it encountered some of Fisher's men, uh, which had just dispatched a group of individuals that were also looking through the compound. Um, yeah, and very cleverly took out Fisher's men, like like that.
Who'da gunk it?
Yeah, who'd have thought it? But in the process of all of this, they did find which building houses the warden's office, which is important because right now the going theory is that Fisher is in the warden's office. So we'll have to see if the theory is correct, and we'll have to see how things go. But I'm assuming the team is planning on heading there very soon. But if they choose to explore further, there is more to explore. If they do not, then yeah, then they'll be moving on to potentially greener pastures, in spore filled pastures. So, yeah. But picking up where we left off, you've just taken out some of Fisher's men, and you've got this radio where you were speaking. to Fisher, and he is not happy that you have done so well, gotten this far, and you may have picked up a hint of fear or frustration in it. From there, I will let you guys take it your RP.
Well, best strike the iron while it's hot. The man has a reason to wear the brown pants. Let's make sure he wears them good.
Yeah, and I think taking out cameras or muddying cameras up on our way is just as clear of a signal where we are as letting him see us on camera. I don't know if we should even take the time to do that. He knows that we're on our way.
Yeah.
Does he gain anything by watching us approach or not?
I know if, if if he sees us approach, it'll likely be whatever men he has left. He'll be probably sending them our way or after us in that regard. But well, we can lay all those bodies at his feet.
So if we're going to take out cameras along the way, then we should probably also, just like when you're, being trailed in the woods, you want to double back and loop and make use of water to avoid, so in this case, it's break a few cameras, go the wrong way, break a few more cameras, double back, avoid cameras whenever possible. The same rules of the trail would apply to the cameras.
Just because we have some good forward momentum doesn't mean that we get sloppy. Continue as we have been. Slow, methodical. We're on the hunt. We're gonna circle them in, take them down like a pack of wolves.
Hear that, Jojo?
More.
Good boy. All right. So, from here, where would you like to go?
There's because we now have a more or less like a narrower triangulation of just where this fucker is, right?
Yeah, you have an idea where he may be. Assuming that he's in the warden's office, you now know where that is, exactly what building it is. And if you have the map there, you'll see the athletic field around the middle of Rikers Island, and just south of that is the building where the warden's office would be kept. It does have some cell blocks attached to it, but for the most part, it's less intense than what you've been going through so far.
Okay. Most I'm looking at the map. The thing that's honestly like the most direct. He knows we're coming either way. So I'm thinking it's the most direct way of going about it. But again, it's like we maintain a methodical and cautious series of advances. We cover our corners. We sweep each corridor. As he's either going to Alamo up in his office, or he's going to try and make a run for it out in the open. And if he goes out running for it out in the open, then we have the advantage of our range on him. So it seems like his guys are more suited to closer quarters. So it's how we want to go about it. Do you want to be fast and loud, or do you want to go do the SEAL Team 6 approach?
Gray always votes for stealth.
pretty tired of creeping around corners and facing through every door and every building when we know exactly where he is.
We approach his gross little lair quiet. And we kind of open that door and unleash hell. Does that compromise sensibilities?
I figured that's what we were gonna do anyway, but I think with the direct approach, we're not considering that there are still other folk like us on here. We may end up fighting them too, but they don't have the cameras. They might not know their location. I think either way, there's going to be a bit of chaos. So why not cut the long route? Just take it straight there.
I'm with the kid. I think at this point, he knows we're coming. He's getting desperate, and we know how irrationally he acts when he's cornered. I think we just gotta maybe use the chaos to our advantage. Let things get wild. And...
So, Gray will have had the radio open ever since I said, "And you're next." Not using the talk button, but if they are trying to switch channels or if other groups are conversing back and forth, I'm hoping to hear it. And if they're trying to switch channels, I want to be able to switch to that channel as well.
Okay. So are you...
Maybe we can distract them by sending, Charlie team or Alpha team somewhere else.
Are you regularly checking through the channels then, just to see if pick up any chatter?
It's probably not a bad idea. I'm assuming each team is probably on its own channel. And then there's probably one separate channel for group chat. I don't know how many channels the standard walkie-talkie uses, but I would imagine that there are multiple that we can scan through.
Yeah, as you see it, it's a military radio, so it'll have multiple frequencies that you'll have access to. So flipping through them all one at a time, it takes time, but every once in a while you pick up a little bit of fuzz and the word here and there, so you do get the impression that other people are using radios on the island.
Now, I have a background in military. I was a helicopter repair person, but also I'm a science-minded guy, mechanically speaking. Again, I don't want to just cheese it, but if there's any way, I'd probably be familiar with these kinds of radio technique, radio communications and stuff like that. If there was anything I could do, I know Gray's manually flipping through channels, but if there was anything, personally, I don't know anything about it, but my character presumably might.
Okay, let's do this then. You find a little bit of masking tape, and slap it on the side of the radio. Not to take over your character here. I'm just thinking this. Yeah, sorry.
By all means,
to write down frequencies is the idea I'm thinking. So it depends on how much time you want to take to do this, to see how many you are able to identify. Which, using your expertise will give you a bonus on the roll of an extra die. So you can roll 3d20 instead of 2. And roll your science or repair.
Oh yeah, all right. I got repair on this one.
Okay.
Dude, I'm so bad at rolling dice. Hold on. I rolled 3d20. I did get a natural 1, so that's good. But, do I use... Can I use 2 of our -2s to get that to 3 successes, or do we think 2 is enough?
It's maximize successes as best you can. Because we still have some.
Yeah,
bonus
we have
burn.
6 at last count.
Yeah.
So-
I'll use 2 after the fact to get that to 3 successes. And then, yeah, my other 2 die were a 16 and a 17. I'm like, come on, I have 14 in this. It's my best skill.
Okay, so given the 3 successes, you find 6 channels that have chatter on them. So far, nothing that gives you specifics on locations of various teams. Though you do notice that 2 of the 6 teams do sound like they are not part of Fisher's crew. So they sound much less organized, I guess would be put it.
It's really like, yeah, them sound familiar because I know we've encountered 1 or 2 teams. Like while we were at the hotel when this task was given out. They're, I guess any that like, they're tangled the limbic system are just absolute strangers.
I'd say, yeah, you recognize one voice as the dude that was picking on the Firefly.
Okay.
Way back in episode 1.
Isn't that the Firefly that we ended up closing in a thing underground before we got to the zoo? Is it that same
was his
kid?
fault. That was his fault to try and follow us through a dark tunnel through spores.
And I said, but
Yeah,
he made it
we,
out. The kid's got moxie. If that's him, it's the same kid.
Survive, everybody. Okay. All right, so the plan
All
is
right.
to go directly to the building that contains the warden's office. Yeah.
Let's go for it.
Okay. So
Yeah,
streamlining.
let's play aggressive.
Streamlining a bit. You make your way back to one of the exits of the building. Do you have any preference over which exit would you looking at map that I had sent you guys a couple weeks ago? Do you have that up, VB, by chance, or?
Let's see.
I have the lower level where we encountered the spiral staircase that we broke.
Yes. So there are exits from that level that lead to, well, outside. So there's one through visitor security, which is very close to the workbench, and then there's another one up on the north end of the map, up around the center there where you first entered.
Oh, okay. The stairwell. Oh no, where it says entrance.
Yeah.
Well, let's go out visitor security, I guess. 'Cause that's probably more direct compared to, rather than backtracking all the way through.
Okay. So you head out through visitor security, passing by some familiar scenes and making your way down the stairs without too much trouble. Seeing that dead bloater on the ground, possibly feeling a little bit of pride.
Yeah.
But as you exit visitor security, you realize that you're going through security checkpoint that leads outside of the main fence line of the prison. So
So we'd have to go back into the fence somewhere to get to the warden's office.
somewhere, yeah. And knowing that there's other teams on the island, it's possible that somebody's already breached the fence. or something like that. But it's up to you if you wanted to keep going this way.
Our scouts are in the lead, so I guess I believe it's Gray has the best
Yeah,
sensory focus. So yeah,
I'd probably rather not try and get through the fence again. So I think that as soon as we realize that, Gray's like, "Oh wait, that's going to put us outside the fence," and then go back to the where we came in because it's a prison.
Adam looks at you and just goes, "What? You don't trust my?" And I get out my little castanet and I just click it, or like the animal trainer clicking thing. I was like, "You don't trust me again? I can do it again. I've done it once."
If you had wire cutters, I'd be okay with getting through a fence, but a clicker's not going to get us through a
click,
fence.
click.
All right. You head back to the original entrance where you first came in, and that leads you outside, not too far from the athletic field. So just south of the athletic field is the building that you need to get to. You do notice as you're crossing this overgrown field, and it's, you see soccer, like old soccer nets and football posts and some other sports equipment that's since deflated and rusted out and so on. But you also see what looks like a newly erected addition to the fence, which is now in front of you, and it does cut through part of the athletic field, blocking off this building. On the other side of the fence, between the fence and the building itself, see runners, clickers, stalkers.
He's just got him corralled.
Just corralled all around the building on the outside. On towers, you do see the odd person walking back and forth the distance. It doesn't appear that they've seen you because you are in this overgrown field. But you do see men with guns on the tops of towers and infected between the fence and building.
it's no. Just once. You owe me one, fucker.
Pointing at me there?
Well, not the player, but as Elias is a former Southern Catholic boy, it's like, you. I've done my lip service. Give me a break, man. Reigns. God damn it. But yeah, just silently cuss and curse like, oh shit. What now?
What are these newly added fences or additions made of?
Looks like they're actually made of the same fencing that you have around the outside. But where the outside fence is double walled, it's basically 2 layers. This one is a single layer. So it seems like they found whatever was there in maintenance and built a fence out of it.
We're talking chain link?
Yeah, chain link fence, razor wire along the top.
What's the spacing looking like? Like, how tight is it, the area of walker-infested runner, clicker area to
How
get
big's
to the tower?
how big's the spore field?
Pretty much.
That field is probably about 30 feet from fence to the door of the building. The infected are not like packed in there, but so there's some space between them. If that helps give you an idea, they're not necessarily sparse, but they're not shoulder to shoulder packed.
Gotcha.
You do notice some of the runners look very fresh. and some of them appear to have on them outfits that you recognize, like some clothing and stuff that you recognize from when you were in the hotel.
Oh, well, just talk about a shit consolation prize. Let's not be that.
Hold on a second. And Percy, obviously we're being quiet about this. We don't want people or monster on us. Can we like keep an eye on the towers for a minute or two? Discern if they're just standing there, or maybe they have like a little patrol where they're walking around a platform.
Yeah, so you wanted to kind of stake out and see if there's any...
Just for a little bit to try and find some patterns, if any.
Sure. How long would you like to devote to watching?
Just a handful of minutes.
Okay. All right. Give me a perception survival roll.
And real quick, how close in this overgrown meadow before this area, how close can I get to take like a look at the door on the inside going into the actual complex there? Or am I going to have to expose myself out of high grass or whatever?
You'll have to roll stealth if you want to get any closer.
Could
Only
I?
because...
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was asking if I could just do a quick to add an extra set of eyes to assist in the perception roll.
Yeah, you can do that. Anybody that wants to roll perception to join in, feel free. We'll make this actually a group roll then. So Riley, you can lead. Got 2 successes.
Yep.
Okay. And anybody that wants to add a single die roll to that. Great. Each of you can roll.
I'm going to spend a luck to re-roll that 20.
Okay.
Oh, good choice. Yeah, I rolled a 5, and my perception is 5, so I believe that's 1 success.
Okay. Yeah.
That gives me 2 successes. Spending a luck gives me 2 successes because I rolled a 2.
All right. Hold on.
I also succeeded if I'm doing this. Yeah, depending. It's still kind of, I'm still perceiving, but I'll wait till you're done with it.
So that's 6 successes on perception. You have been watching for a few moments. You see that the guards in the towers, they amble around. It doesn't seem like they have an exact rhythm to how they move about the towers, but it does look like they'll stop every once in a while, talk on a radio. Every once in a while, one of them might move down into the tower and then come back a moment later. But you're not seeing any like Hitman style repetitive.
Yeah, no,
unfortunately.
that's all I needed to know. Okay. All right. So, gentlemen, it is time for a dumb kid action.
Oh boy!
All right, so here's the plan. 3 of you.
Yeah, go ahead, because I also had a dumb idea, so we can weigh bad ideas, I guess.
It's only a dumb idea if it doesn't work.
3 of you stay here. You stay quiet. Stay on the left side of this little hallway of death that they've made for us. I'm gonna head over to the right side of the chain link. Chances are they're not gonna think too much of a little bit of noise of it, because runners and clickers probably bump into it all the time. I'm gonna head over there, shake it up a bit, get the dead ones clambered around the fence. During that, you 3 sneak up the left side, get one of the doors open. I'll even get the guards' attention. I'll lose them in the grass, and I'll slip in after you.
Alright. Well, let's say stay low, slow, and quiet, and move on your bombastic signal, I guess.
So go ahead and give us your brilliant idea for Adam.
Yeah, actually, it was very similar. I was going to use my clicker and distract them to one side of the fence, basically create like a wave. My first thought was if we could get someone to the door, let them all in kind of thing. Let that chaos precede us. But that's going to be very difficult, I think, to do.
Unless
We have
that's
to
where the
get in
kid is
after them.
too. Because it's not
Unless
just
what?
taking out Fisher. It's also rescuing the kid. If the kid's in there, we don't want to put those infected critters in there with them.
This is true. And as soon as you say that, Adam kind of like, he just shakes his head and he's like, I don't have. He looks incredibly like ashamed. And he just says, I've never developed, never mind a sense of self preservation. I don't even know where to begin.
It'll
And he
happen.
kind of looks ashamed. And he just goes, all right, well, all the more reason, either Percy or me, I was just gonna go click and see if I could distract
And
him.
before we go shaking the fence, first the player has a question for the GM. How many zones away would the inside of the building be? Is that long or further?
Long.
Yes. Because Gray wants to see if there's any movement inside the building before we bother going after the building.
Yeah.
And rank 3 of focus gives me long range.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So, rank 3 of focus, it means you have superhuman hearing for the most part. So, you hunker down, you focus on the space between you and the fence. You focus on the space between the fence and the building. Then you focus on the building itself. There are footfalls, there are voices. Pick up 3 individuals on the other side of that. That's assuming there aren't any others that are just sitting or standing silent. There are 3 that are making enough noise that you can pick up on.
Good enough. Okay. Let's shake the fence. There's somebody inside. If it's a decoy, it's a decoy with something inside. Something that can talk.
All right. So, who's going to be going to the fence? Will it be Percy or Adam?
Percy's gonna head over, and he is actually, if Adam allows him, he's gonna borrow the clicker, because that's actually a very good idea in that they won't identify the clicking as anything more than a clicker. They're like 20-30 feet in the air. They're just gonna think they're making noise.
Yeah, I absolutely hand it over. And I'm like, it really likes polyrhythms. I don't know how lucky you'll be, but just do your best, kid.
What in God's name is a polyrhythm?
I'll teach you later.
Aren't there one like a bunch of people who love each other all the same?
Oh, the pre-years, let me tell you, my man.
Alright, so I guess Percy will sneak on over to the far side of the right fence, down towards the tower to try and get them gathered up. And he will, click out, shake the fence, do a 7/11, just to really get them riled up.
Right. So as you're sneaking over to the fence, I want a stealth roll. You're gonna need 2 successes.
I have 3.
3 successes. Okay, excellent. You are making your way through, carving your way through this thick grass, leaving almost no trail at all, something that you wouldn't be able to follow unless you were right there on the ground level. So you move over to the fence, start clicking, start rattling the fence. Okay. You attract the attention of 5 infected. Others did not hear or pick up on it, so they're still wandering the area. But 5 infected are now moving towards the fence line. For anybody that is keeping an eye on the towers, is there anybody that's watching the towers?
Yeah, I'll be peering down the iron sights of my rifle.
Yeah, okay, so you see one of the men on the towers stop, looking down at the fence line, and talk on the radio.
Who's got the, yep.
Yep.
All right, so you're moving along the channels of the radio. You've got 6 channels that you have identified have chatter on them.
And we assume we know 2 of them will not be this one, so.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because,
Because you've identified 4 as being fishersmen. Okay. All right, so you move through those 4 channels. You find one where you pick up what's most likely this guy. And you hear him saying, yeah, they're moving towards the fence line. See anything there? And then report back saying, it's probably just an animal. Just leave it for now.
Oh my god, they're Oblivion guards. What was that? Must have been the wind.
We also can then mark down that frequency as being guard tower to base.
There you go, smart.
So the guy puts down the radio, and he's holding a sniper rifle. He looks through the scope down towards the infected. And almost, but does not have enough successes to be able to see our good friend Percy.
So I know that you can mess with squelch and stuff like that to send out a loud noise. That normally happens in your own handset. Is there a way to, instead of having
Create
feedback locally, cause feedback on somebody else's set? I've only used CB and not ham, but CB and walkie-talkies a long time ago, like when I was in my teens. So I don't remember exactly whether it was you cause it in somebody else's if your squelch is too high or too low or whatever. But if that's a thing that we can do, and I'll double check with Jazz, I want to send feedback into broadcast feedback, basically, using squelch, if that's a possibility.
Okay, yeah. So, Adam, if you want to roll repair to see if you can find a way to be able to do this.
Yeah, all right, let's see. Oh my goodness. I got both of my rolls were under my tag skill. So is that 4?
That's 4 successes. Yeah, so that means if you weren't at full AP, you probably are by now.
Yeah, we were last.
Yeah, that felt good. That was like a 2 and a 4. That's probably the best roll I've done in this whole campaign.
Yeah, last I've checked, we had 4, so I'll just put us at AP 6 now.
I found my role as just the gear craft junkie monkey.
Junkie monkey, yes, coming to a benefit.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so yeah, you are successfully able to send out Squelch to across multiple channels if you want to, because you have been able to rewire this walkie-talkie to do things it shouldn't normally naturally be able to do. Yes. So the plan here was to try and cause chaos.
Absolutely, but most specifically to distract the guard from noticing Percy.
Ah, I see. Okay. All right. We'll see what happens.
And also from noticing us as we try to slip in to get to the office with the infected distraction. Even though it's only 5 of them, it's 5 less that we have to avoid.
So there's 4 guard towers, essentially on the corners outside of the building. And you hear this loud, piercing feedback coming from each one of them. The one with his sniper rifle puts his rifle away and like starts slapping his radio as infected begin to gather around the bottoms of the towers. Runners screaming and running over to the towers, clickers making their way jerkily towards the towers, and stalkers also moving towards the towers. All right.
With results like that, and the fact that you said that we can broadcast this on multiple, I'd also like it to broadcast it on the other teams, all 6. Well, the other 5 now.
All right.
Let's go for total chaos.
Yeah, Jazz is like about to do. This is a little flashback, but like right before he reconnects the wires and looks at Gray and goes, "This is gonna be crazy," and he just goes like, "All right, time to find the rhythm in the chaos. Freeform jazz," and he just clicks it in, and that's all this feedback starts going off all over this complex.
All right. Are you leaving that feedback on? Like,
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. 1, it prevents them from discussing things. 2, it draws attention to them. And then 3, just in case they manage to break it and then send it to us, now is the time to chuck that radio.
I was just gonna say, if it starts coming out of ours, we just chuck it and buy ourselves the sprint.
Yep.
right. Hey, Percy, are you staying on the fence line, or with all that's happened now? What's your
Well,
plan?
Percy doesn't know what's going on, but his immediate thought is, regardless of what happened, we're not going to just get into the towers if all of the zombies are in front of the towers. So...
No, but there's a main door, right?
Yeah, there's a main door. So,
okay.
in the middle of this fenced-in area is a building, large building. You can see it's got about 3 cell blocks attached to it, but also a large older structure that looks like it's part of the original tree.
Okay.
And it's in the middle, so yeah. You've
Then
got
yeah,
about
he's coming back.
about 30 feet from the fence line to that door going into that main building. Okay, so you're heading back, and give me another stealth roll. You have
Got
to
it.
beat.
Yeah, we're about to
3.
get shot at.
Yeah,
Have
you
to beat
need.
3.
You have to beat 3.
So is that meeting 3 or getting 4?
Meets it, beats it.
Okay. I do want to say, because I had all those successes, this is my best ability next to gun, because I'm 9 agility and 6 in this tag.
All right.
God willing.
Go ahead if you want to use some AP to get
Don't
extra
need it.
die.
Don't need it. That is a 5 and a
He got so
12.
excited.
All right. So you 3 successes. Okay. Excellent. So as you're sneaking away, you notice that the guard that had been looking with his scope before is looking over down at the infected now and looks over to where you just were, then looks back over at the you very, very slimly missed being seen. But you see his radio is squelching, he gets frustrated, starts ripping the battery cover off, and like pulls out the battery so it would stop. He's the only one so far that seems to have thought of this. Okay, you make your way back over to the group. There is one doorway on this fence, this newly constructed fence. The doorway itself is a little shoddy, a little rickety. It's almost as though they were depending on the infected to be the main defense from this entry point. So this door has a padlock on it. Not a combination lock, but a key lock.
I can pick. I have lockpick. I think someone else does too.
Yeah, I have 10 base.
Go for it. I got 9.
Okay, you just need one success.
Nope,
Take an AP.
it is a tag skill, but it didn't quite roll under that mark, so it's only 1 success.
Okay, that's all.
Well,
you
that's
needed.
enough.
Yeah. Well, I was hoping for an extra one just to give it the oomph, but not quite.
All right, so you pop that lock open. Not an issue. Opening up the door, it creaks a little bit, but with all of the chaos that's going on, it doesn't seem to have garnered any attention from the infected or any of the guards. The one guard that had popped the batteries out of his radio is now on his rifle again, looking through the scope at the different towers, trying to see what the other guards. Right. Right.
And
so
roughly, how far apart are the towers? Like, how far apart are the corners from one another?
that's a great question.
Like a couple hundred feet, or
I would say, yeah, probably a couple hundred feet, maybe 250 feet apart at the closest. And then
yeah. So it's. I mean, it's a big building, but
yeah, it's a
okay.
big building. So, and these towers are kind of at where corners would be. I know there's not any actual sharp corners showing on the fence line of the map, but around where the corners would be is where the towers are. All right. So, what's your plan at this point to get to the door? Are you gonna gun it? Are you gonna sneak? What are you thinking?
What is it?
How distracted are the infected that are in here? Are they? Have all of them gone to tower bases, or are some of them still just randomly roaming around?
They've all made their way to the towers. However, the guy that removed the batteries from his radio, those ones are starting to slow down. Seems that they're no longer as triggered as they once were.
That's a very easy fix as we move our way in. We just need him to make more noise, right? And what makes more noise than a man on fire?
Now it is a tower.
Crow hop and just chuck.
Percy's got a cannon.
All right.
We're talking Manning Jr. over here.
Don't get himself up, because that's when
Don't gas him
you
up.
roll double
Don't
20s.
gas him up.
Yeah, just like, yeah, and just dunk a Molotov on yourself and just.
All right. Okay.
Percy was the starting QB, which was quarantine something with a B.
Okay.
Quarantine back.
You will need to roll 3 successes to be able to get it high enough at the right arc to be able to get it in.
All right.
Okay,
that's why
and that's
we
your
have
throw skill.
Throwing, you got it. That's why we have AP. I will take. Will that be 3 AP for 2 extra dice?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Number. Yeah, and then I'll take 2 of the -2s just for security's sake.
Okay.
So see what we get here. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. It's a shame it's not a tag skill. I have a 1 and a 2. And then I have
A 1 still counts as a crit success.
Oh, that's awesome. And then I have an 11 and a 12, which with the -2s become 9 and 10, which mean I have 5 successes because I have 9 agility, 1 throwing.
Well, you made back your AP.
Hey,
This
we love
kid-
to see it.
Look at the kid! Look at the kid! This is the most disgusting character.
You just threw a Molotov cocktail like through like a tiny little window, just like
got-
perfectly.
All 3 of you are reminded of your Thursday night football when you see a perfect spiral from this Molotov.
No, Elias is there like, there's no way. I could have done that. Give me some Tiger Balm and like a chicken sandwich. I can do that. Whatever.
Hey, give me 3 natty lights. I'm putting that through the moon.
Kids today. All right.
Fucking. Meh.
Okay.
What a throw!
Yeah. So we're gonna need to roll damage on this. That's a hit.
Oh hell, that's right. Molotov cocktail, 4 damage dice and blast. Okay, and persistent 4d6. Whoop whoop. All right, now I need the damage table. Let's see, what do we have? We have 2 4s, 2 4s, a 5, and a 6. So we have 2 damage and 2 damage effect triggers.
Okay. So that's
On
4
fire.
damage and 2 rounds of being on fire. So excellent. So
Percy will watch that arc and the guy on fire take the Molotov that somebody had given him out of his pack and just hand it to Percy. It's like, I just go. That's yours.
I'll take it. I won't say no. And this is as we're like walking and or sneak running or whatever we're doing.
Walking cautiously.
Yeah, that was backpedal. That was like a 2-step back.
well, you nailed it. Epic. So, you guys are cautiously proceeding. Are you stealthing?
I almost feel like if you just threw that up there and it's smashed and there's fire and that guy's definitely gonna yell at least a little.
Yeah.
We could probably be pretty aggressive getting to that door.
Yes. Insert Wilhelm scream. Move.
Right. So, you're running towards the door.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. The Molotov cocktail explodes. Do a ball of fire, and the gentleman who was up at the top of this tower has taken all of that flame and has caught on fire and is trying to pat himself out, but is very, very much having no luck. He's screaming, he's shouting. The guys in the other towers have thrown their radios off the towers. The infected are starting to gather around those screaming radios. The other infected are at the base of this tower with the flames, rabid, foaming at the mouths, clawing at the walls and at the door at the bottom, at the base of this tower. And the other towers, with this sound, their attention has gone towards the screaming. You guys have a run. I'm just going to see if anybody happens to notice people running across the field. One guard tower does not. Second guard tower does not. And the third guard tower does not see you guys running across this field. They are too distracted by the plumes of black smoke and the screams of agony. All right, so you run across. You get to this door. The door is locked, so you're gonna have to pick it.
Go.
How do I aid? And I think it'd be Gray, right? Just 1d20 to try and aid.
1d20. Gray has to roll at least one success. You need 2 successes for this lock.
I got one. Hopefully, you can give me the other one.
I just got the other one. Just got it.
All right, peeking over Gray's shoulder, you're like just a little to the left, and boom, boom. Yeah, you're able to get the lock open. Door swings open. You go inside. There is a guard on the inside of the door. One of the ones that you had heard, Gray, and he is very heavy set, bulked up, wearing this pocketed Kevlar and a helmet. He's got a large pack of kerosene on his back and a flamethrower in his hands.
Oh,
How close?
He is about 5 feet away. You've caught him by surprise. I will give you 1 round of surprise.
Ooh, all right.
Percy's in there.
And after that, he's...
That round of surprise, he doesn't happen to have his back to us, does he?
Does he have his back to you? You
Like,
know what?
can we target the tank?
No, I'm gonna say not at this time.
so we're all reconvened, yeah?
Yeah, because he's guarding the door, essentially.
Could I send it's like Jojo hose, and get him to try send Jojo to grab the hose of the flamethrower, try and like yank it free of the tank.
Okay.
Smartest dog ever. Hose.
Oh, yeah. Come on. Okay, how many times have you had the dog go, or it's like when if like a hose on a sprinkler system, and the dog realizes that's what makes the angry water happen, and it just goes and just murders your garden hose?
Hey, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. I'm all for
He's
it.
a good
I'm all for
boy.
it.
Before we
see.
get there, going in initiative order, Gray was going to take the first action.
Makes sense. He opened the door, right?
All right. The revolver is going to be easier to use right now than the bow, and I'm not too worried about noise anymore. So, yeah, we're just going to fire a shot with the revolver. It does more damage anyway. And they both use the same skill. 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. That's enough to get through the armor. You needed 2 successes for that. So what's the damage and where's the hit location?
Hit location. Head. Oh!
Ooh.
Oh!
Oh,
Yay.
let's go.
Yay! All right. First 4 dice gives me 2 damage because there's no special effects, and the last 2 dice give me 3 more damage. So total of 1, 2, 3, 5.
Okay, 5 total damage.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. It goes through the helmet into his head. You see a spray of blood on the side of the visor. He still can see through the other side of the visor, but you know you've hit him hard and ruined his day. Next, Percy.
Let's see. I mean, we might as well go all in on this guy because he's pretty dangerous if he gets to use that thing. So, Percy, as walking in, likely would have had the revolver and that new machete out just to like kind of breach and clear. He was imagining breaching and clearing with Elias before we saw the giant man with a flamethrower. So Percy will rush in and put himself to the side so he's not blocking line of sight for the others. and see if he can find a weakness with the machete.
So you're making an attack with your machete?
Correct.
Okay, roll to hit. You're gonna need two
Alright.
successes to get through that armor.
All right, I'll steal an AP, and I'll also I'll take my minor action as aim for the reroll. Oh, this one's not as good because it's strength. Oh, that is a weird combination of things. Let's reroll that 20. That is an immaculate reroll to scrape in 2 successes.
Okay, 2 successes. So, what part of the body did you hit, and how much damage did you do?
Let's find out. The machete does not have damage dice. It says silent and immediately deadly to. Oh, am I not able to use this right
Oh,
now?
you're right. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. That's right. The machete is essentially like a silent weapon for sneaking up. However, if you're using it, it could be technically count as an improvised weapon.
I could swap that to my baseball bat because that is also my actual melee weapon. If that's more appropriate.
Got it. Okay.
Your call. Since
Yep, you can do that.
Okay, cool. So 3 damage dice. Let's see. Okay, that's not bad. So 1, 4, and 6. So 2 damage to the right leg.
Okay, and how much damage
Baseball
was that?
bat to the knee.
Yeah, 2 damage to the right leg.
2 damage to the right leg. Okay. All right.
And you said he's a big guy. I mean, take him down, let him fall.
Yeah. So you
Tank on his back, heavy dude.
sweep in with this bat, cracking into his leg. And you can see that, like, even though he's armored, he's got like a knee pad and things like that. He felt it, and yeah, he hasn't taken one knee, but you could tell that it hurt him. Definitely got through that. Okay, Elias is next.
All right. Jojo, attack dog. Okay. So he can assist in an attack. All right. So seeing that knee get smashed, Elias is gonna go up and just rack the pump and go for being a shotgun surgeon.
Okay.
Aiming for that, going for that same knee. And as he does, just like, Elias, hose, and just have Elias, Jojo, hose, and go and grab the fucking blonde
Elias
moment.
dives forward and wraps his teeth around the.
He's gone feral.
Throws the shotgun to the dog.
It is hurricane weather. I am living in an armpit. My brain is steaming. Yeah. So Jojo, hose. And Elias is going to try and turn that guy's knee into a lasagna. So I roll 2, and then I get an assist from the dog. So I'll be rolling 3d6. I'll spend 1 AP for d20. I'll spend 1 AP for an additional d20. That is looking good. Let me see. I'm using agility, firearms, guns. So that is 2 successes. That is 3 successes. And that is 1 success from Jojo. And nothing on the... Wait. Oh, that is one more success. All right, so that is a total of 5. 1 from JoJo.
Okay. You needed, because it was a called shot, you needed 3 successes.
All right.
So, definitely made it through. Jojo grabs onto the hose, and what's Jojo? Can you roll? Do you have Jojo's stats in athletics
Yeah.
or strength for him?
He's got body 5, melee 2, so that'd be 7.
Okay.
For right. His. You want me to roll for him?
Sure. Roll for him, and that'll be what this guy has to beat to try and hold the hose in, the direction he wants it to be in.
All right. Not great. So it's just one success.
Okay. Yeah. This guy unfortunately rolled a crit success. So
damn.
So Jojo's holding onto the hose, but this guy's strong enough to be able to keep it pointed in the direction he wants it to be.
Okay.
All right. Now for your attack, your shotgun damage.
Yes. It's gonna be the shotgun. The shotgun is 5 or 6.
5.
Yeah. 5.
Okay. 5, 6, 3, 3. So, God, where's the one thing? That's what I forgot. I have the cheat sheet open. 5 and a 5 and a 6. That's damage and effect.
That's 3 damage, 3 effects.
3 damage, 3 effect. All right, yeah. So shooting him point blank in the kneecap. What effects? Is there any effects I can do with the shotgun?
I don't think shotgun has an effect, right?
Yeah, shotgun doesn't have any effects, unfortunately.
That's 3 damage to his leg. And that's that.
Okay.
And so the extra successes on the hit go back into 1 AP because you needed 3 and you got 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that means you have. Yeah. So you blow this kneecap, and the knee pad completely off of the leg. He finally drops down to one knee, bleeding half of his face, bleeding from his knees, and from one knee, and fighting with this dog that's grabbed the hose of his flamethrower. Adam.
This poor dude. This dude just the door just opened and he just got swarmed. But Adam is going to, as the last one in the door. Is this going to be a minor and major action to close the door behind me, or will it all be the minor to basically move?
I'd say a minor action to close the door in this case. I think that's fair.
Okay. So yeah, close the door behind me, make sure it's locked, and then I see this guy fighting. Part of me wants to go up. You know what? Why not? Let's live a little. And once I know that the door's locked, I see this guy fighting. He's kind of like limping on one leg, and Adam walks up as he's surrounded by Percy and Elias, and just goes, "Excuse me, have you met Helga?" And in this guy's moment of confusion, I'm gonna swing my wrench at him.
Okay. Swing the wrench.
Go full Negan on him.
Need 2 successes to get through his armor.
Yeah, that's so classic Jazz. He's just like, "Have you met Helga?" And he swings, and the guy just like grabs the wrench. Because I got 1 success. I did not get enough.
Okay, alright. So you get 1 success. And
I'm not a fighter.
You hit the armor, and pink, it kind of just rebounds off. He's now met Helga. Yeah. Okay. So
See,
he
that's why you roll before you say something funny, because if I would have known, you know.
I know. That's part of the fun though. So he turns the flamethrower on the group.
So, if that was our, does 2D20 have a surprise round and then start with everybody, or is his initiative better than 17?
That's a good point. His initiative is not better than 17, and yes, it should come back around to Gray. Okay.
Just in case I want to kill him before he gets that flamethrower going.
All right. You do hear footsteps running down the hall in your direction, just as a heads up.
I will use my minor to aim for the reroll. And
That adds an extra 1 difficulty to your shot.
oh, not a called shot, just for the
A
reroll.
minor action.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. And I want 1 AP for 3 dice. Let's make sure we connect. That's already 2 successes without a reroll. 3 successes with 3 dice without a reroll, so you can have that AP back
Nice.
because I don't need a reroll.
3.
So yeah,
All right.
3 successes.
That's a hit. And we just need a hit location. We don't even need damage at this point.
Right arm.
Right arm. You fire into his right arm. Blood spurts out. He leans forward, throws up in his helmet,
6.
falls forward, and drowns in it.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
Damn.
With all
Ray, what's wrong with you?
with 7 points of damage.
But, buddy, stick with the bow.
You
That's
say
just
7 points of
unnecessary.
damage?
Yes.
Is it like Gray's like I stick with the bow to hold myself back to keep it fair.
Holy shit.
Elias like I'm surrounded by badasses apparently. Jesus.
All
Adam
right.
just looks at you and just goes, "Not school. You got me."
Yeah. They go a high five and miss.
Roll to hit your high five.
Yeah, what is that?
Um,
Athletics?
Yes.
Unarmed attack? Okay. Gray just finished. There's footsteps running down the hall. Percy is next. What do you do?
Well, I mean, guys, there's a perfectly good flamethrower on the ground. It'd be a shame to not pick it up off the body and put it on. So
It would,
I mean,
yeah.
would that be the minor action to interact object?
Yes.
Yeah. Percy will very hastily rip this thing off the guy. And I mean, there's a hallway to flamethrower, so let's go flamethrower a hallway.
Hey.
Is there the equivalent of like ready in action kind of thing?
There is, yes. So you could ready in action that once they are within range, you pull the trigger.
That is exactly what I would like to do.
Okay.
Yep.
So the range on the flamethrower is close. So they would have to get a little bit closer. It won't take long.
Wait for him. Hug the corner just to spin the corner.
All right. That's a damage dice of 3, rate of fire of 4. So you know.
And
Flip of 20.
yeah. Elias will stack up on Percy's right shoulder. Just kind of like like Delta formation, like backing off to the one side. Shotgun pumped and ready. So yeah, once they're on fire, just start mopping up.
Okay, and Adam, what are you doing while these footsteps are approaching?
I kind of want to say I'm baiting them to come at me. Oh man, how dumb am I? They got guns. That's not a good idea. Hold on. No one took any damage, right?
No, not since
No,
we
we
had that
wrecked
much
that
needed
guy.
rest. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna. I'll also just kind of wait at the entrance to this room. I'll have Helga in my hands, and I'll just wait.
All right. So, a few short seconds pass by as these two individuals run up. One of them has a revolver, the other one is holding a rifle. You can tell that at their waist they've got nail bombs. Each of them has one nail. They stop running as they see the bunch of you. However, they are in close range.
The flamethrower cooked those nail bombs off.
That's a bad decision they've made to get within flamethrower range.
Yeah, unfortunately, the way zones work, they are close enough.
Yeah, Percy will get just enough of the flamethrower around the corner to not expose himself too much. He'll drop down on one knee to still give the others visibility if they want to peek over his head and shoulders as he's kneeled down. And I'm gonna let it rip. You said this was rate of fire 4?
Yeah, rate of fire 4, damage dice 3. It's got a clip of 20, so it'll run out of fuel within a couple rounds, but it'll do some damage before that.
I'm presuming the tank is full.
Yeah, tank is full.
Okay, then we're gonna let it rip, and we'll go full force and just use all 4 of those rate of fire. And so with that, I essentially have 5 shots, but that's just adding damage dice, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go full force with it. I don't get to aim because it's a ready to action, but it's also an inaccurate weapon. Do we have an AP?
Oh yeah, we are constantly spending it and refreshing it. So
All right, then I'm taking it. Let's see what we can make happen here.
What are we at though? Because we got to be at like what, 2 or 3?
that last like big attack of that with like the 5 successes that got us back, that topped us back up.
All right. I will take a post roll -2 to reach 3 successes.
Okay. That's enough. Roll damage.
All right, so this will go from 3 to 7 damage dice. Correct, with the 4 rate of fire being used.
Yes, go ahead.
Awesome. All right, let's see what we got.
And for the audience, the effects that are on this weapon is
Are
persistent, which means it sets somebody on fire. It's debilitating, which means that treating injuries inflicted by the weapon is extra difficult. It is inaccurate, which means you gain no aim minor action with it. It has burst damage, which means the attack may hit one additional target within close range of the primary target for each effect rolled. And it's got spread. For each effect rolled, your attack inflicts one additional hit on the target.
So the end.
This is
result,
gonna cascade into some crazy damage rolls.
the end result of our roll, we have 3 2s, a 5, and 2 6s, which equates to 9 damage and 3 effects.
9 damage, 3 effects. That means these guys will be on fire for 3 rounds. And it has jumped to 2 extra targets. So it may have jumped back to one of you guys. But given that you're shooting down a hallway, I'm going to say that doesn't quite make sense. It's not going to go backwards. So we'll be nice about that. And you have set both of these gentlemen on fire.
The extra target is the walls.
Yes. So that was 3 effects, right?
It was 3 effects. So on that.
So that's
the
one
attack-
additional hit on the end of the first target for each effect. So roll 3 more combat dice, I believe. That's how that would.
3 more combat. It says each additional hit inflicts half the roll damage rounded down, so it would go to.
Oh, I see. Yes.
What would that? Yeah, so 3, and that would happen 3 times on the first guy.
On the guy that you were aiming at, yes.
Okay, damn. Okay, let's see. Another 3 damage and an effect. 2 damage.
That dude is crispy.
2 damage. Oh no, so 7, and I have 3 damage, so another 7 damage and an effect.
Okay.
And effects are also damage. It's damage plus effect, so it's 8 more damage.
Well,
Yeah.
no, it was a 2, and then a 2 and a 5. So 2, 2, 2, 7, and then that 1 has the effect.
Yeah.
Rip Bozo.
All right. So with that attack, you have 16 left in your clip. At least you.
To start for just the first guy, with the burst, I get to take additional shots to hit the others, right?
No, I think that just auto hits
Yeah, I think
based on
that-
each effect. So that's why it jumped to more.
Okay.
So the second
Okay,
guy
I
also took.
just need to make sure I spend my ammo for that, because it said each target cost 1 additional shot from the weapon. How many guys were there?
There's 2 guys.
Okay, so I'm down to 13 ammo in the clip right now. And then, do I need to roll damage for those guys, or are they taking the initial damage?
They're taking the initial damage.
Cool.
Okay. So, the first guy goes up in flames, starts spinning around, and falls down almost immediately. Second guy catches fire and is standing there screaming because, let's face it, who's going to pick up their gun and try to shoot while they're on fire?
I'm very glad we got to kill that first guy before he used that on us.
Yeah.
That would
We
have
are really
cascaded. Yeah.
we are embracing the chaos like right now, big time.
Yes.
Think of the last like 3 minutes of our lives.
And to add a little more fuel to the fire, you can hear a whistling sound coming from the nail bomb that's attached to the hip of the guy that's on the ground on fire. So, unfortunately, you are within close range of this nail bomb. I'll give you a single round to be able to figure out what you're going to do. So we're going to pop back to Gray. What's your plan?
Okay. Is there anything that would count as cover against a nail bomb?
You are currently in a deliveries space where deliveries are.
That sounds like a
once
big no,
received.
but they're down a hallway. So if I'm all the way back in the corner, I don't. No, that's gonna be nasty.
The hallway is relatively short. There's a door at the end of the hall.
Yeah, okay. Gray's gonna book it to past those guys to that door and try and get through it.
Okay. Gray runs to the door. The door is not locked. You are able to open the door without any issue. There are more guys on the other side of this door.
We'll deal with them after the bomb goes off.
Okay. All right. So there's 3 guys on the other side of
That,
this door.
that effectively uses both actions, substituting the major for a minor with a move and an interact.
Okay. You see these guys were already running in your direction. Seems like they heard the gunfire and they were coming. So what will happen is they will jump in initiative after Adam. Okay. All right. Percy is next.
So for the layout, Ray has gone through the hallway that was just set on fire.
Yes, ran right through.
Okay.
So the hallway itself is not necessarily burning because it's cinder block walls,
Yeah.
linoleum floor, which is melting but not fire.
Okay. And so he ran because there's basically nothing in here that could help. Like, we can't hide around the corner that the hallway is in because it's just gonna hit us either way.
Yeah, you are within one zone
Gotcha.
of the explosive, so.
Well, I guess let's go for it. How far is that door he ran to?
It's a short run. It's you get there in a matter of seconds.
Okay, cool. Then Percy follows suit. And upon being greeted by how many people are there?
3.
Upon being greeted by 3 more people, he pulls the trigger on the flamethrower again. and we're gonna do the same thing again. So we're gonna drop 5 ammo so we can get our damage dice up.
Okay.
They play like 2000 Wolfenstein.
Is there an AP to steal?
I think so. How many AP do we have left?
So we have. So, you spent 1 on your last flamethrower attack, correct?
Yes.
So we've got 5.
Oh yeah, I'm taking 1. Absolutely. Let's grab another -2 to be safe if we have it. Right, let's see. I just rolled the exact same to hit roll on the flamethrower. I had 2 10s and a 16, and the -2 got me under my 15. And I just rolled 2 10s and a 16 again with the -2 to give me 14 for 3 successes.
We're back up top, so.
All right, let's see how many effects you get then.
Oh god. I'm just baffled that my dice not only are rolling well, decided to roll the exact same thing again. Let's see what we get with our lovely 7 damage dice. Okay, not as good, but still good. We do our calculations here. Oh, that was our last -2. I am a fiend for those because I just rained the bank. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 4. I have 5 damage and 1 effect.
Right, so with that 1 effect, the fire jumps to 1 of the other guys. So there's 1 that's undamaged, 1 that's on fire, 2 that are on fire, essentially, for 1 round each. And that's 5 damage on each. Okay. They are both on fire, unhappy. The 3rd individual, angry.
I guess I should have asked this before. Is there an injury thing for 5 damage? Am I remembering that right?
Yes, there is. That's a critical injury then. So, roll a hit location
You got it.
for both of these individuals.
Both of them got it. First guy is torso.
Okay.
Both are torso.
Center master the flamethrower. Who'd have thunk?
This is exactly how he spec'd. This is his best thing.
And his spec is for to whom it may concern.
Percy has become an arsonist in the past 3 minutes. From the Molotov throw to to lighting 5 people on fire.
All us older guys see that glint in your eye, and we all just look at one another and go, "We're gonna have to talk to him."
Guys, that was the fucking the guy from The Simpsons, just like the manic, like blank-eyed laughter with the flame. It was like, ah!
Whereas the look you get back from Gray is one of approval and pride. It's like
All Percy sees is the flames. If I remember right, there's a man who's not on fire, correct?
That's right.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you if you were going to be saying something.
No, that's okay. I was just saying that at the end of... So the person that was hit in the torso with the flamethrower is bleeding heavily right now. And they take 2 combat dice damage at the end of their following turns.
Gotcha. Well, that is it, because I'm not going to steal more AP or -2s, because I know that sharing is caring.
That's true. That's true. Although with 2 AP you get an extra major action. But
That's exactly what I'm thinking about. But I don't want to be a rat. You know what? I'm gonna be a rat. I'm gonna take 2 more AP.
What's the ammo at?
Are
on
you
that
ripping
clip?
the flamethrower again?
I'm ripping the flamethrower on the last guy. I'm at 7. I'm not gonna spend as much damage with the rate of fire. I'm just gonna go up to where I dropped to 4 ammo, which is 3 more after the shot, or 2 more after the shot, excuse me. So 2 extra damage dice. This could not have gone worse. I rolled a 16 and a 20.
Uh-oh.
No.
Y'all see
do
moving
you have any
backdraft?
luck? Do you have any luck?
I was gonna stop, and then Brando's like, "You get an additional major action if you use 2 AP, Riley. You got it. You got it.
You played right into his hand. You played right
No,
into
I
his
was so ready to
luck.
stop.
The
I'm not
monkey's
against
paw
you,
just
I
curls
swear.
a finger.
99% of gamblers stop before they hit it big. Okay, I'm a gambling man.
But you have a luck.
I'm very scared for this tank.
All right. The question is still out there. Do you have a luck? If you wanted to use it, you can.
Oh, absolutely. I have 3 luck points. Could I use 2 to just re-roll both, or am I only allowed 1 to roll?
1.
Gotcha. Cool. I'm getting rid of this 20 for a crit success.
Okay.
Oh!
There you go. That's better.
The duality of man.
I think Percy's the chosen one.
Yes,
Guys, I think Percy's the chosen one.
we're all just watching. It's like he is the one.
He shall be known as Phoenix, and his fire may never burn out. Okay. I guess roll your damage.
Who is he?
Once more, I shed my half-life war boys on the Fury Road.
I am channeling my Clive Rossfield today.
I bear witness.
Let's see.
Witness!
We have another 5 damage and 3 effects.
Another 5 damage and effects. All right. So that means all 3 of them are now on fire. And the spread on this would have lit them on fire again. So you've got 2 individuals that are going to be on fire for 4 rounds, and the other one is on fire for 3. Not to mention the extra damage. You rolled a 5. Roll a hit location. Let's see.
That is torso again.
Torso again. Okay, the bleeding heavily from the torso from 3rd degree burns.
Let's if I can with those effects, I'm gonna empty 2 more out of the chamber for the half damage dice roll.
Okay.
Just because I don't like them at all. I don't know if that's obvious with the extra attack and the flamethrower. 2 more damage and 2 more effects.
2 more damage, 2 more effects.
Oh, we gotta roll that for both
Percy-
of them. For the
Percy's
first
gonna
guy,
be so sad when this thing's out of fuel. He's just gonna be like,
Uh,
no, 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 I need more.
the first guy is 2 damage, 2 effects. The second guy is 3 damage, 1 effect.
Okay. Right.
It's
Okay.
enough.
Yeah. So, they are on fire for the foreseeable future.
Well, given their track record, I think that foreseeable future is a very narrow and closing window.
Yeah. I guess that's your turn, Percy.
Finally, yes.
Yeah.
Unless you want me to take 3 AP to attack again, you monster. You made me do that, and you gave me the out with the luck point. I'm done. I have to stop. I
I didn't make you do it.
I blame you. I blame you. You're the voice in my head.
All right.
He's the in Disco Elysium. He's the hideous necktie. Yeah, baby, let's do it.
How much do you have left in the clip?
I have 2.
2 left in the clip for the flamethrower. Okay, interesting. So, all right, Elias, there are 3 men screaming, enduring 3rd-degree burns in front of you, on fire. It seems for a while they're going to be on fire. What would you like to do?
Given that this massive like blazing hallway of hell, Jojo and Elias have the same reaction of "oh," and just turn and follow the rest of the team out. Especially when there's the whistle of the pipe bomb cooking like a Thanksgiving turkey.
Yeah.
So going out to the other door, he's met with more of the same, and it's that same reaction, but just seeing the guy that was freshly double doused is like, nah, and just shoot from the hip,
All right.
from the shotgun.
All right, roll to hit.
Alrighty, and I'm not gonna be using the assist with Jojo because I don't want to fry my dog.
Understandable.
Okay.
Jojo
Yeah.
does not like spicy food.
No, not that kind of spicy food. Dogs will eat anything, but that goes a little beyond anything. Okay, let's have a look. See, this is going to be two successes on 2 dice.
Okay, successes. That's all you needed. So you're good to go for damage.
Let's see, 1, 2, 6, and 4 and a 3. So that's 1 and a 2 is 2 damage. A 3 is
A 2 would be 2 points of damage, so that would be 3 damage.
3 damage, and then the 6 is a
4
damage
total
and
with
an
this
effect.
thing.
Yeah, so 4 total, 1 effect. The effect is spread for the shotgun, or is it
Shotgun
doesn't have
has
anything?
no effect.
Has no effect. Okay, so then just the 4 damage then.
All
Yeah,
right.
just pump it into the guy's center of mass.
All right. Yeah, blood and viscera spray, and he stops moving. Dead on the ground, still on fire. Smells in this. Okay, Adam.
Okay, so real quick, one of these nail bombs is hissing, but the other one is still on that other guy's hip.
It is, but he's on fire, so
So it'll
Okay.
probably be hissing next round.
Adam's gonna do something dumb, and he's gonna try and grab that not hissing nail bomb, and then he's gonna turn around and jump and use the fat guy that we fought when we first opened the door. He's gonna like lay down next to that fat guy and use his body as a shield
Hell
for when
yeah!
this nail bomb goes off.
all right. So you're human shielding right now. Okay.
Yeah, I really want this nail bomb to not blow up because I want one because I have a bad idea.
Okay.
They're only bad if they don't work.
All right.
Yeah, our bad ideas have been excellent so far.
So far, things are working in your favor really well. The dice are on fire today, as well as everybody in the room. So,
Yeah, thanks to Percy.
all right. So you you go to pick up this nail bomb. It is very hot to the touch. Are you still going to try and take it?
Yeah, as long as when I rip it off, I'll deal with the burn. As long as it's not going to explode in my hand, obviously.
Okay.
Then I would just leave it and not.
It's not making any noise, but you can tell if you had left it there, it would have gone off very soon. Okay. You take 3 points of damage from the heat from this thing because it's very hot. Hot potato.
Yeah.
Yeah, hot
Hottest
potatoing
potato.
for sure.
Yeah. You go behind the body of your Kevlar who had just drowned and is sick. Yeah. And let's see, how do we play this?
Very carefully.
Roll a sneak to hide behind the body to see how much coverage you get yourself.
Roll for
Yeah.
Kevlar meat wall.
Yes.
Back when I was touring with Nat Geo, we covered like some historical sites in the U.S. and the tour guide at Antietam called that technique the Antietam sandbag, because they just pile up the dead to soak up shot. Like, that is gross, and I love that.
I only got one success.
Okay. One success. That will negate 1 damage. And that... Alright. That's the end of your turn, right, Adam?
Yep.
Okay. That bomb's going off. That's 9 damage dice.
Ah.
I have...
Does it roll to hit?
That's why I love using physical dice. You can see the GM's camera shake a little bit. It's like, oh no.
Okay, that's negating 1 point of damage. That's 7 points of damage.
I'm pin cushioned, but I'm alive.
Yeah, and that's 4 effects. So there's no effects on this, but that would have been, if it was a Molotov cocktail, you would have been on fire for 4 rounds. So thankfully, it's not a Molotov.
I do have a first aid. I do have a first aid kit, so I'm gonna spend some time out here while they're cleaning up in the other room,
Okay.
patching said wounds and doing my sneaky bad idea thing.
In the other room, you hear boom, and a bunch of shrapnel hitting that door. Some little pieces piercing through the other side. And you notice that Adam is not with you.
Mark.
There's still individuals on fire in front of you. They're trying to roll around and put themselves out, but let's see. One of them is dead. The other 2, one of them fails to put himself out. Both of them fail to put themselves out. So they're still on fire, rolling around. Oh, and the one guy that had the torso injury dies. So there's one person still alive rolling. Yeah.
Yeah.
So take it from here.
Gruesome.
Where's Samuel? That the guy's screaming, rolling around, trying to put himself out.
The guy
Standing
on
over
the
him.
ground, rolling around, dying.
Standing
where's
over him, standing over him with a melee weapon, ready to put him out of his misery if he just answers the question.
Okay, well, I rolled to see if he heard you, but unfortunately he didn't hear you over his own screams.
Skill issue, man. Come on, just focus on your. You can ignore the pain. Pain's transitory.
You could try to put him out.
Yeah, that's what Gray will do. We need answers.
Okay, so that'll be a major action to try and put him out. I want you to roll. Let's see, is there a fire suppression skill? Let's roll science, given that you are trying to extinguish a chemical fire.
Oh, one success. One success.
One success. Okay. You were able to put out some of the fire, but he's still
On his right arm, because I accidentally rolled the I rolled the location die the first time. But
Okay. So you put out the fire on his right arm. All right. A little bit better.
trying to help you. Where's Samuel?
He's still too distracted by the fire to hear. All right. Percy.
Well, while Gray's being a psychopath, unlike me, a normal arsonist, I'm gonna go check on the guy who was in the room with the explosion. If it's safe to do so.
Yeah, you open the door. You can see it's just pinned with shrapnel all down the whole door. The walls are pockmarked, and there's the body of the flamethrower man and your friend Adam on the other side. Fairly bloody. So he took a lot of that nail bomb.
Percy naturally rushes over. God, you're a fucking idiot, man. And he's gonna start like, I guess evaling. He doesn't know what to fucking do here. He doesn't know medicine. He's just kind of like,
It's cool, man. I'll be all right. I'll be all right. I got this.
Why were you in here? We had the room.
I got an idea.
To lose your legs? What idea did you have?
And then Adam, I mean, this is technically weird initiative, but he just holds up the teddy bear, and then he just holds up the nail bomb, and then he just goes, "I'm making a gift."
God, you're a fucking idiot, Chaz.
You absolute oil barrel.
All right, next initiative is Elias.
All right, so Elias is gonna peek his head in, see Jazz, and the shit that Jazz is in is, Jojo, give kissy, and he'll just sit and Jojo just start like licking his face, cleaning him up. He's gonna go and try and help Gray put out the other dude before he resembles a matchstick.
Okay.
So that roll was what?
Science.
Science.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's chemical fire. That's off the top of my head. That's what made sense at the time. So.
All right. So.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
My one success was pretty impressive. I have 0 in the skill, and a 5 intelligence.
I'm
So,
rolling with
getting-
one less, so let's see what happens. One.
One success.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So you put out some more of the fire. Roll a hit location.
Oh boy. Where was that when I needed it? One.
Okay.
His head.
His head is no longer on fire. All right. We'll say, sake of brevity, you're able to put the fire out on this guy. He is beside himself in horrible pain. Change the music. Back to the abandoned complex. Thanks again to Sirenscape for awesome sounds. There we go. So, you are able to put the fire out. We're out of initiative now, so feel free to RP as you see fit.
Sit the trash up.
Every time you touch him, even lightly, he screams out in pain. But you're able to sit him up. But he's got oozing third-degree burns everywhere. There's flesh. You can see that his body armor and stuff is stuck to it. Bits of any plastic that was on his body is melted in.
very coldly, without a hint of bedside manner. We could help you if you help us. Where's Samuel? And the girl?
He yells in pain again. Gives you this look of disbelief.
He can. Elias gotta sit down his pack and pull out one of the bottles of alcohol, like whiskey that they got. Like, we can help you. Boink. I'll take a sip, or I can make it worse. He's gonna just spritz him with the like that high proof alcohol in the open sores.
He screams again.
We're playing bad cop, worst cop.
This can be really easy. Or it's gonna be really fucking hard.
He's breathing ragged, rattling breaths. You know that he.
Crane will leave Elias to work and investigate the rest of this area. And if there's any other rooms or offices that we haven't touched and nobody's coming out of?
Yeah, there's a doorway off to the right and a doorway straight ahead. This room.
Do I anticipate that any of them would lead outside?
It doesn't appear so. It's like they lead deeper into the complex.
Or to the right?
Door to the right is a storage room.
Maybe we'll come back and search it after we've finished this sweep. So, to the end of the hall, or to the other side of this room.
Okay, the other side of that room,
What?
it's a hallway that. Sorry.
No, that's good.
Yeah, it's a hallway. Okay. Percy and Adam. What are you guys doing right now?
I was planning on using one of the first aid kits I made to basically just like pull out any kind of shrapnel, nails, etc. And just kind of like put those alcohol gauze, wrap it around the worst areas, try and heal some HP.
Okay. Go for it.
So for this, I just roll medicine, right?
Yeah,
Ooh, that's awesome. Hold on. Oh, it's not a tag skill, but that's I rolled 2 2s, so that is 2 successes.
Okay.
It says when I use it and using the first aid action, I can heal HP, and then in first aid kit, it says I can heal HP equal to my medicine ranks.
Yeah. So what's...
Does that only happen once, or
No, I
once
think
for each success?
once for each success. That's one. We
All
want
right.
These med
So
kits
I'm
be
back
worth
up to
their weight.
half health.
All right. All right. Now, Elias. The breaths are still ragged and heavy. You know, he inhaled some smoke and possibly some flame. Sorry, go on.
I would tell you to take your time and catch your breath, but I think both of those are in rapidly limiting supply for you. So, you want the pain to stop? Talk. If you want your last moments on this poisoned, pestilent earth to be the absolute worst, keep wasting my time.
I just need to waste your time a little longer before my friends show up.
Well, let's let your friends find you in a very ingratiating manner. Tell me, in or out? I can't hear you.
What are you talking about?
He's gonna take his hatchet and just the beard and just drive it like beneath his navel and just unzip him.
Oh.
And just let him unfold. It's like Fisher's men have always been gutless little shits.
He looks down as everything's spilling out of him.
Now, you got seconds.
Fisher was always a bastard.
And look where your loyalty's got you.
Upstairs in the warden's office. He's got the girl.
Attaboy. And with that, he'll just take the. I'll gladly waste my one shiv just to give the guy, just to, close his eyes and just ice pick him and just put him out of his misery. Upstairs, Warren's office. He's got more friends on the way. He's got the girl.
All right. That seems like.
And on cue, Adam walks in and just goes, "Oh my god! Well, I got a present."
It's the like I don't know if you guys have seen like the fucking from the Resident Evil remastered when it's the fire and just Leon with the rocket launcher and just slow looks at the camera. It's like it's time. Cowabunga it is.
And with that, we'll end today's session. Thanks so much, everybody, for playing and putting on such an awesome game and great show. Thank you, everybody, for watching, being with us and coming with us. Let's see what we're at today. We're at 8 viewers right now, but I know that's not what we topped out at. We had more before. But we did go a little bit over time. But thank you so much, everybody. I'm really grateful to get to be a part of this and get to engage with this amazing cast all the time. With that, I guess it's goodbye. So long. We'll see you in 2 weeks. That is let's see, the 4th. Yes, the 4th of September. We'll see you then. Okay.
Labor Day, Last of Us.
Labor Day, Last of Us. Oh, it is Labor Day. Okay. We'll talk. We'll see if the cast is into doing it or if they're busy on Labor Day. Okay. All right. But we'll be on the socials and let you know we're playing. Okay. Thank you so much, and goodbye.